The Danny Dawson Band, coming up on the O'Roy Show. Welcome to a special edition of the O'Roy Show. I have the pleasure of having on the show the Danny Dawson Band with Danny Dawson. Danny, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you, Roy. Pleasure to be here.
All the way from Pearson, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
Man, I have heard so many great things about you. And I have, of course, I have to do my research.
Well.
And it's all true.
Well, thank you.
You are absolutely a very, very talented man.
Well, thank
Absolutely.
you. Thank you
But
so
now,
much.
I've got to give credit where credit's due.
Okay.
My nephew, Kyle Kirkland.
I know him well. Great guy.
Yes. He told me, he said, Uncle Roy, you have got to have this guy on your show. He said, he can sing. And I said, really? He said, do you like Charlie Pride? And I said, oh my God, I grew up loving Charlie Pride, yes. He said, you'll love Danny Dawson. And of course, I went online and my nephew Blaine was like, Uncle Roy, you got to have him on your show. Then my brother Richard's like, man, you're going to love this guy. Well, they're right. You know, I mean, I am so excited to have you guys here. So tell me a little bit about how you got into country music.
Well, Roy, I'll tell you what, you know, growing up out in the country, there used to be an old show come on. It was called Hee Haw.
Oh, my gosh. Yes.
I think everybody in the world loved that show.
Absolutely.
And I was sitting there one night, and we had the old antennas, you know, and the TV started messing up.
Y'all didn't have the dial?
We didn't. You had to turn that old antenna. You know?
Go ahead.
And so the show Hee Haw was on. We got that antenna straightened out, and lo and behold, Mr. Charlie Pride was on there.
Yeah.
And, you know, I said, you know what? I love this. This is what I want to do. And I just fell in love with country music. And
How old were you then?
I was about 9 years old, man. About 9 years old.
Now, I was reading a little bit about you, too, and there was a neighbor guy that you met, and he was a steel guitar player.
Yes, his name was Pee Wee Word.
Yeah.
And I used to sneak out and go to Pee Wee's house all the time. He played steel guitar, and he played for Charlie Pride and some of the great legends. But, you know, he battled alcoholism, and it kind of, you know, threw him to the wayside. But he was one of the best steel players, and I learned a lot from Pee Wee. He was a great guy.
Got to you somehow.
It did. It sure did.
Yeah. Growing up as a kid, I heard my dad, you know, play the steel guitar. You know, rest his soul. He would love to have met you. Man, he was so good on that Showbud steel guitar. I mean, he was so good. And you know, when you mention that to a lot of people today, they don't really understand what you're talking about when you say steel guitar.
I know.
You know, and of course, thank God there's still a lot of people out there that love the original, you know, real country music, like yourself. Real country music.
Absolutely.
You know,
I always say there's nothing like a steel in a country band.
Now, you grew up in a big family as well.
Right, I did.
I had 9. There was 9 of us in the family.
Well, there were 18 of us. It never got lonely.
You beat me by twice. Good gosh, twice. Goodness. Yeah, I mean, it was fun though, wasn't it? Having a big family.
It really was. It never got lonely around there. You know, there was always something going on. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Now, you opened up for Ronnie Millsap.
Right.
And, I mean, you've done a lot. Tell me a little bit about all that.
Yes, actually, I met Ronnie Millsap in '92. I did a show with him at Metropolitan Park in Jacksonville, Florida. Got a chance to meet him. Super guy.
Yeah.
And then just a couple of months ago, I had the opportunity to open for him again in Tifton at the UGA Center. And that was great. Also, there was a host of entertainers. Ronnie Millsap, of course, Waylon Jennings. And there's a story behind that.
Oh, I want to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. I was doing a show down in Yulee, Florida. And this young lady, her name was Julie, she comes up to the stage and she said, you know what? I really enjoy your music. You're great. My dad would love you. I'd love to introduce you to him. Well, of course, I was looking out in the audience, you know, trying to find him. She said, oh, no, he's not here. He lives in Nashville, Tennessee. I said, well, who's your dad? She said, Waylon Jennings.
Dude,
so it was great.
So awesome. That is so cool. Okay, well, you've had a band now for how many years?
Oh, I've been doing this for about 20 years, but this is my newest band. We've been together now for about a year. and we're doing great. Things are just, I mean, just taking off.
Yeah.
Super fast. I mean, it's incredible.
When you're out and about, I mean, people are fascinated. And first of all, I mean, you're not your typical country music singer. You know that.
Right.
You know, I mean, because I grew up listening to Charlie Pride, and I was like, for sure, he can't be the only black person that can sing country music. And I loved him.
Exactly. And, you know, Charlie's a big influence. Like I said,
yeah.
to me. I love Charlie Pride. You know, he's been in the business for 50 years. And I've always been intrigued by
So growing up, were you picked on or anything like that? I mean, because you didn't sing the, you know.
Well, you know, actually, people kind of were intrigued
Yeah.
by it, you know.
So it was positive. It was because you sing so well.
Well, thank you. And it was great, you know. Growing up, just had a lot of fun.
Did you sing in church and stuff?
Singing in church. Started out singing in church. Absolutely. Mom made
We
sure of
had
that.
to, yeah.
She made sure of that, of course. And my dad, he was a blues player, you know, and so I had, you know, some influence in blues and gospel. So that helped me along the way.
So what's coming up for Danny Dawson Band?
Well, I've got a lot of things coming up right now. In fact, in the next couple of weeks, I'll be going up to Nashville, Tennessee to record my new CD.
Yes.
Looking forward to that. I have 9 new songs on it.
Wow.
I also have a song that's been released by Julie Roberts.
Yeah.
She was best known for her song Breakdown Here in the 90s. And the song is called Why Can't I Have You? And it was in the closing credits of the show, Netflix show, The Ranch.
Wow. Well, look, let's take a break. You guys, you're going to sing a couple of songs, and we'll come right back and we'll talk a little bit more. How's that?
Sounds great.
All right.
A long time forgotten, nor dreams just fell by the way. The good life you promised ain't what you living today. But she never complained about the bad times or the bad things he's done along. She just talks about the good times they've had and all the good times to come. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. She loves him in spite of his ways she don't understand. Through teardrops and laughter, they'll pass through this world hand in hand. This good-hearted woman, loving a good-timing man. He likes the bright lights, nightlife, and good-timing friends. And when the party's all over, she'll welcome him back home again. Lord knows she don't understand him, but she does the best that she can. This good-hearted woman, loving a good-timing man. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. She loves him in spite of his ways she don't understand. With teardrops and laughter, they pass through this world hand in hand. Good-hearted woman, loving a good-timing man. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. She loves him in spite of his ways she don't understand. With teardrops and laughter, they'll pass through this world hand in hand. good-hearted woman, loving a good time man. She's a good-hearted woman, loving a good time man. I'd like to do a song now that's on my CD. I hope y'all like it. The song I wrote is called It Was Just a Dream. I was driving down Highway 20 when I saw her standing there. Her car was broke down, she wasn't going nowhere. So I pulled to the side and I offered her a ride to the nearest town, about 6 miles down. It was hot outside and her mouth was dry, so she couldn't refuse my ride. She was the prettiest thing that I'd ever seen. Lord, I loved to hold her close to me. But I found out later on that it was just a dream. When we got to town, I wanted to cry. She raised her hand and she waved goodbye. I started to leave, but I said no way. I fell in love with her that day. I talked her into taking her home. Our parents weren't there, we were all alone. We made love and I left that place. And still today I remember her face. She was the prettiest thing that I'd ever seen. Lord, I loved to hold her close to me. But I found out later on that it was just a dream. She was the prettiest thing that I'd ever seen. Lord, I loved to hold her close to me. But I found out later on it was just a dream.
you are really incredible. You guys are great. I mean,
Thank you
seriously.
so much.
Now,
Thank
you have a CD out.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I've got it right here.
Great.
So I turned the cover inside out so that I can, I need a signature here.
Hey,
so.
well, you got it.
But how can people get to your site? How can they
It's
get a
very
copy of the
simple.
CD?
All you have to do is you can go to my site, Danny Dawson Band,
You're all over Facebook
Oh.
too. So, yeah.
or you can actually send $10 to Danny Dawson, 2335 Cogdale Highway, Pearson, Georgia, 31642, and we'll have your CD in the mail.
And we'll have that on the end of the program here too.
Oh, right.
So.
And I'll send this.
And the name of the CD is
Danny Dawson.
Danny Dawson. I need my CD signed.
You
And while you're
got
doing
it.
that, we're going to take another break and hear a couple more songs from you.
All right.
You know, you can't have a country song without some George Jones. He said, I'll love you till I die. She told him, you'll forget in time. I watched the years pass slowly by. She still preyed upon his mind. He kept her picture on his wall. Went half crazy now and then. Ah, but he still loved her through it all. Hoping she'd come back again. Kept love letters by his bed. Dated 1962. He had underlined in red every single I love you. I went to see my friend today. Oh, but I didn't see no tears. All dressed up to go away. First time I see him smile a year. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door, and so they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. Ooh. You know, she came to see him one last time. And all we all wondered if she would. And it kept running through my mind. Well, this time he's over her for good. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door, and soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door, and soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce my band to you. Over here on my left, on lead guitar from Nashville, Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Doug Rowland. Behind me, from Cairo, Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, on drums, Mr. Stacy Brooks Mulliford. And to my right, on bass guitar, from Pavo, Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ernest Higgins. And I'm Danny Dawson, and this is the Danny Dawson Band. You see, Big John getting by with 9 kids and a wife. Yeah, but I've been a working man dang near all my life. I'll go back working as long as these 2 hands are fit to use. Might drink a little beer that evening, sing a little bit of these working man blues. I'll keep my nose to the grindstone and work hard every day. Might drink a little beer that evening after I draw my pay, but I'll go back working. Monday morning I'm right back with the crew. Might drink a little beer that evening, sing a little bit of these working man blues. I say, hey, hey, the working man like me. I ain't never been on welfare, that's the one place I won't be. I'll go back working as long as these 2 hands are fit to use. Might drink a little beer that evening, sing a little bit of these working man blues. Ah, here comes that working man. Sometimes I feel like leaving, do a little bumming around. Want to throw my bills out the window, catch a train to another town, but I'll go back working. Gotta buy my kids a brand new pair of shoes. I drank a little beer that evening, sang a little bit of these working man blues. I said, hey, hey, the working man like me. I ain't never been on welfare, that's the one place I won't be. I'll go back working. Monday morning I'm right back with the crew. Might drink a little beer that evening, sing a little bit of these working man blues. Might drink a little beer that evening, sing a little bit of these working man blues. Oh, that's right.
Danny, that was terrific. You guys really are as good as everybody said you are. I keep saying that, but you are. And now people get to hear for themselves, and they know I'm telling the truth about this. I want you guys to come back one day. Seriously, I'd love to have you back on the show when you get your new CD done.
It would be a pleasure.
Absolutely.
It would be a pleasure.
I could talk to you all day, because we've got so many similarities. Growing up small town, and man, now you're originally from
Manor.
I
Little smoke.
I haven't heard that in forever. So.
Manor, Georgia. I was raised there. Absolutely,
Wow.
right there on a farm.
So you moved to the big city of Pearson.
City of Pearson, Georgia. Been there ever since. Love the people
I
there. Great
graduated high
people
school there. It's a great place. So, Danny,
Great.
thank you so much for being on
Thank
the show.
you, Roy.
I
It was
really
an honor and
appreciate
a
it.
pleasure.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you so much.
And I owe my nephews and brother a big dinner now because they gave me a great guest for my show. So
Super.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. And as I always say, it's all about you.